Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Legendary Sports Podcast. Oh
What
man, it's
up?
been
What
a
up?
minute, man. It's been a minute. We weren't able to record last week because I was on a work trip. So we're back in action now, going into week 7. So Antoine, thanks for hanging on.
Hey man, I'm here. You my dog. You my dog. I'm
Yeah,
here for you.
glad to be back at this. This is a good stress reliever from the regular 9 to 5 to be able to sit back and talk football, especially fantasy football, which is what we're doing
Yes,
here
yes.
today. And we got a lot. We came back at a good one and a good week because there was a lot going down. But first, before we talk about all the craziness that happened in the weekend. Antoine, how'd you finish?
Man, so I mean, for for slowing this down and then keeping this, not as long purposes, I'll just go to the two leagues that we're in. Last week I kind of dropped the ball in what league is this here? Um
Probably not the
I
hundred
don't know
dollar
what
league.
league. It's the $100 league has a lower scoring, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it is the $100 league. I'm second overall in that league. I just beat the brakes off somebody, 110-80. They got
hmm.
beat bad. And here, and I beat them pretty bad. Um, but I moved to 4-2, so I'm second in the league. Behind, oh my
Danny.
God, somebody who's
Da-
6-0.
yeah, Danny's cruising
Six
past people. He just beat me. He just
six and oh.
cruised right by me.
Well, he got Tyreek Hill. That's why he got
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, Moser. He got every Miami
Yeah.
Dolphins
First off,
player.
I wish that Achan didn't get hurt because then Raheem Mostert would be a non-factor. But because he wasn't hurt, like Raheem Mostert took over and did 2 touchdowns, 115 yards.
Moser
Stupid.
had
I'm
three
over
touchdowns. He had
three
three
touchdowns.
touchdowns. He
Oh
had
my
three
gosh.
touchdowns. Yeah, so
Nonsense.
so I
Stupid.
moved to 4-2. At least keeping it a little close, not getting too far behind in the standings. I feel really good about that league, but we're also in this other league, right? The
Oh man.
the MSP league, right? MSP to AZ, PHX.
That league
I
I'm
just
actually I'm making a comeback in. I'm cruising now.
Are you? You finally
Oh
starting to get
yeah.
your wind up under
Oh
you?
yeah. Three
Well,
straight. So
I'm second in this league as well. I'm 5-1 in this league. Um, Jake got me at the beginning of the season when AJ Brown
that's
and
funny.
Devontae Adams didn't do anything, and I know he loves
Yeah.
that, right? I know he's gonna hold on to that. He told me
Uh,
all year. At least I know I won't go 0 and whatever because
that's
I play
right.
you, and he definitely got me. So
That's
that kind of
funny.
sucks that he got me, but I beat this team 135 to 115. So we're just out here just beating people up, man, beating them up real good and beating them up real bad. Um, Pimpin' Pittman in this league is also five and
Cooking.
one, but this guy has
It's ridiculous.
1,067 points,
Like
and I'm
250
second
points.
with.
No, I'm second in points. Look at the points. I have more points
No,
than
no, no.
you.
I'm saying I'm second in the league, but I'm
Oh,
second in the league, and he has like 200 more points than me.
I need your schedule because I should be second in the league. With I got more points than you.
Where
I'll
are you at in
scoring
this? Oh,
you.
you're 3-3. You're three
Yeah,
and
I'm
three
in
in this
fourth
league.
place or something like that. So
Yeah, so you're in fourth.
nonsense.
Well, at least me being in second, I'm not like super far behind. You only got 15 more points than me.
Yeah, and I should have your schedule. So 15 points could give me 4-2 instead of 3-3.
No, 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 no. No,
and
you don't want this schedule, man. This
I
schedule
beat
is
Jake,
grueling.
and I actually beat Jake. So ha.
Well, you got my schedule then. You beat Jake. And I'm sure the last two people you beat besides Jake, I beat them too.
Oh, there's a good possibility. I don't
I
know who
want to
you
know if
lost.
I
I
played
think you
Pimpin'
only
since
lost to Jay and someone else. I think and Jay's beat most every. Jay had like the worst week last week, but other than that, he's just been cooking everybody.
No, I haven't played him yet. I haven't played him yet because I only
Oh,
lost to Jake. I only lost to Jake week 1.
oh, that's right.
Oh, is this? Is this the league? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I lost to Jake week 1.
Well, you're four and
And
two, so you
so
lost to
I'm
two
5 and
people.
1.
Oh, you're five and
Who?
one. I thought you were 4 and 2.
I'm five
That's
and
the
one
other
in
league.
this league.
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
other league, I'm 4 and 2.
Gotcha.
What about you? You said you making a comeback, huh? You 3 straight?
Yeah, 3-3 now. So pew, pew, pew,
All right. What's been
pew.
going on? How did you get back to 3-3? What's been going on there?
Nothing. My players actually started playing football. It wasn't just Tyreek Hill carrying everybody. ETN finally started showing up. Actually getting back Alvin Kamara from suspension was big. So he's actually been critical. He's been 17 points or more every week since his return. So and Derek Carr loves to dump that ball off, and I'm all about it. You just keep dumping that ball off to Kamara. I will take 7 catches for 40 yards, and that's good for me, man. That's fine.
Man, not only that, you got uh Tyreek Hill. You didn't say that either.
No, that's because like he was. I did say that he's the one that's not. I did say he was the one that's been carrying my team until my other guys finally stepped up. So because he's the only one that ever did anything. Oh, and Justin Fields stepping up that helped out. So Justin Fields had like a 30-point game and a 40-point game. So that saved me.
Hey, I also want to let you know. Oh, Pimpin' says Pittman. He's the number 1 guy in our league. I beat him. I beat him last week.
Oh,
I'm the
you
one
gave
who
him his
beat him.
first loss. Yeah, you're
I
the one that
beat
gave
him
him his first.
last week. What happened when I beat him?
He had a bye week.
Chris
I think he had all the
Olave.
Chargers on bye.
Yep. Keenan Allen, Kenneth Walker,
Yeah,
Justin Herbert.
he had a bunch
Yeah.
of studs
But
on
he
bye.
also
But
had Zach.
he
He
has two
also
good
had Zach
quarterbacks.
Moss on his. He also had Zach Moss on his
I
bench with
know.
33
I
points.
traded him Zach Moss too for Garrett Wilson. And Zach Moss has still had a 15-point game and a 30-point game since then. So I don't know how to use Zach Moss. I don't understand that. Because when I had him, I put him in once, he did like 9 points. And then every time I take him out, 30 points, 15 points. Like, dude, what? I don't understand how to use Zach Moss.
You tried to send him to me in this league. You tried to send him to me.
Yeah, and it would have panned out pretty well for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would
Jonathan
have.
Taylor, the Jonathan Taylor
Hasn't
thing
mattered
isn't
yet.
helping me.
It hasn't mattered yet.
It
It's still been the
happens.
Zach
It
Moss
happens.
show. 2 games in with him back.
Yeah. You got it.
So
You're right. You're
yeah,
absolutely
it's
right,
been the
man.
Zach. I don't know. I just had to get rid of him. It just hurt my feelings. He doesn't want to play for me. So F him.
Man, I tell you one thing though. I tell you one thing. I am
What's
getting
that?
smoked in every other league now. Since I'm just getting beat bad in every other league, man.
Well,
I've lost in every other league.
going back to our big money league. Um, I'm 1-5 now, so I don't really want to hear about it.
Ooh.
I lost to the last place team. I am now the last place team because I lost to the last place team.
What was that? What was the score?
Oh, I don't know. It was awful. It was, I think, no, I think they actually turned up. I think they were like 100 and something to 80. Like, I haven't cracked 90 points yet. Not a single one. My highest score is 88. That is awful.
Man,
Like, but the guy who
that
beat me this last week put up 128. Like, that's Danny, the first place guy, the 6-0 guy. So, crushing me. Thanks, Danny. Thanks for
you
nothing.
put up
Hurt my feelings.
128. Oh yeah, and you
Yeah,
had 86.
yeah.
Man,
I had no chance. I don't even know what I'm doing here in that league.
man,
I'm
you
like
are getting
fighting for scraps.
stumped out.
I'm also 10th on the waivers. I can't get anybody good like this week on waivers, even though this is like the top waiver week. I can't get anybody to save my life because I'm 10. So I'm basically just screwed.
Ah, man, you better hope somebody slips through the cracks. Does the waiver wire in this league go based off of your
It's always
your
rotating, but the more moves you make, the lower you are. So it is rotating, but if you do 2 moves, someone does one, they'll still shoot above you because you did 2 moves. So,
man, that hurts.
yep, I'm just
That
gonna be
hurts.
sitting. I'm basically just a bye week for everybody. So anyone who's trying to get them done, come on through, man. Just come on
Hey,
through.
yeah, 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 right?
Just a
Right?
bye
I'm
week.
coming through. I'll see you
That's
soon.
yeah, that's all I provide the people, man. That's it.
I'll see you soon,
Terrible.
man.
Um, All right, let's get into some recap, man. Let's talk some injury real quick. I'm just gonna run through some of these because we got some names out here, man. I mean, we'll start off with the big dog. We'll start with Christian McCaffrey right off the bat. Oblique injury. I don't know what that's gonna look like. I mean, he came back for a little bit in that game, but again, and then he had to leave again because he couldn't sustain and he had trouble running. And holy cow, good luck for anybody who that was your first or second overall pick. Because
Well, let me tell you this. That is the Christian McCaffrey thing. That is his thing. It's been his thing for years, and it's always going to be his thing. And with that is why I stayed away from him. Is why I stayed away from him in every league. And I think I had a chance to get him in a couple leagues. And he, as well as Tyreek Hill, have been two of these guys who has been pretty much carrying a lot of fantasy football teams.
yeah,
And just Christian McCaffrey, not Tyreek Hill, although he sustained a minor injury. He came back and played.
he did come back.
But
Yep.
that's Christian McCaffrey's MO, man. That's just what he does. He's killing halfway through the season. Boom, he's injured and he's out for 5 games. And 5 games in fantasy is a lot of games, man.
Yeah.
It is a lot
Luckily,
of
the guy
games.
is 5-1, so lucky he got what he needed out of him early.
Hey, man, five and one don't mean nothing. That Christian McCaffrey deal can have him looking at 5-5 in the next 4 weeks.
Well, I hope that's the case against the people in that standard league then, because I need a chance to come back. But another injury, I'm just going to run through some of these real quick. I'm doing running backs first. David Montgomery left with the injury as well. So we'll have to kind of see what it was a rib injury. So, hopefully it's not a long-term thing. So we'll see what that looks like. But Jahmyr Gibbs is still hurt right now. So Craig Reynolds might be the guy for the pickup. Kyrie Williams went down and Ronnie Rivers went down. So now it's all Zach Evans currently in LA. So someone to go grab. Damian Harris, scary injury there. He had to be carted off the field. So hopefully he's okay. And then going into wide receivers is Deebo Samuel. We'll see what that looks like because I think he's in a shoulder injury. So hopefully that doesn't last too long. And then a few QBs, Justin Fields, Baker Mayfield, Jimmy G, Ryan Tannehill, Trevor Lawrence all got injured during the week. So,
What
holy
about Chris
cow.
Olave?
Oh, yeah. And Chris Olave, too. My bad. You are 100% right. Let me pull that up real quick. I just had it. Where are you at? Chris Olave. Yeah, he has a questionable tag now by his name. I don't remember where I pulled that. There he is. With a toe injury. So hopefully it's not like turf toe though. If it's turf toe, that's multiple weeks. So
He better ask Michael Thomas how to take care of that toe. Kept Mike Thomas out a whole year.
yeah, year and then some. Jiminy Christmas. So yeah,
Man, a lot of injuries. A lot of
yep.
injuries there.
Yeah, I don't. This week was a bad one for big names, and last week was, another bad one. Really, so we're just losing our talent right now.
It's looking like who's gonna be the best waiver wire pickup here is what it's gonna look like it's coming down
It
to.
is. And you got, yeah, I mean, even with the week, so we're in a heavy bye week this upcoming week. I think there's 6 teams on a bye. So, some of these guys you might be able to wait another week to go and get them. So keep an eye on who's out and who's available. But if you're in need of desperate need, grab whoever is playing because holy cow, man, it was a whirlwind of disasters for injuries. It was bad.
That is for sure. That is for sure. So just on the flip side, right? We talking about waivers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who are some of the people that you kind of feel like are steals in some of this year's
Alvin
draft?
Kamara. Alvin Kamara. We're talking, I mean, since in PPR league, since been in, now he's not getting great, how I want to say, as far as football play, he's not very efficient, but as far as results, I don't care in fantasy. 17 points this last week, 18 points the week before, 21 the week before. So he's getting work, and he was somebody that that you could get in like the 8th, ninth round, and he's giving you that a game. So I'll take it for my 8th and ninth round person. So
All right, all right. Anyone else?
Rasheed Rice. I think he's going to be the number one guy. Probably a couple more weeks of the season. He's getting a lot more trust from Patrick Mahomes. So he's had four double-digit games and only two single-digit games. He also caught a touchdown last week. His targets have maintained in 4 and 5. So if they can get a little bit more on that, jeez, he could be the guy because they're looking for somebody else to help. And even as the rookie, he's developing pretty well. And I got him, I think, at like the 15th round. And I will take the. He's been better than my other receivers. He's been better than T. Higgins, who I got in the third round. So he's
There
been
you
more
go.
efficient there. So for doing a comparison standpoint, I would take Rasheed Rice. He's giving me the value I was hoping for somebody else at least. So that's
I got one for you. I got Adam Thielen.
a
Adam
good one.
Thielen, man, has been balling out of his mind these last couple 3 weeks to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
And where you got Adam Thielen, probably the eighth, ninth, 10th round, somewhere in there. If you reached
Mm-hmm.
high and went seventh, sixth or seventh round, he's
Yeah.
still giving you that type of production out of these last 3 weeks. I thought it was going to be DJ Chark that was going to be the guy, but it's definitely
Oh,
become
that's your
Adam
guy,
Thielen.
Adam Thielen, huh? On your
Adam
team.
Thielen, that's my guy. He's a steal, man. He
Yep.
is a
And 14th
steal.
round, I see you picked him up at, which is crazy. Another
Yeah.
one is Sam Laporta to me.
Ah,
The
you
tight
stole
end.
it. You win two. I was going two. You
Oh,
stole mine.
sorry. Oh, my
Go
man, my
ahead, Sam
bad.
Laporta. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go, go,
Oh,
go,
snap.
go. I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
Sam Laporta as a rookie. Rookies don't put in this much work, but he's got the apple of Jared Goff's eye, and it is showing. Um, we pull up these game logs here real quick. I mean, he's had 2 games with 11 targets. Like that's wild. And he's, 5 for 39, 5 for 63, 8 for 84 and a touchdown. He has a game with 2 touchdowns in it. And that was his second game, or that was just last week. Um, he was only 4 for 36 this last week, but holy cow, man! Like he had 11 targets still. Like Jared Goff wasn't efficient, but my goodness, is he looking for this guy as a rookie? So what are we doing here? That's crazy. I'll give
Yeah.
you two then, since I took yours. So go for it.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go another guy who's kind of surprised me. Um, Sam Howell.
Yes.
Sam Howell.
Hey,
He's
weren't you
not
kind of
super.
against Howell a few weeks ago?
I was at the
Uh-huh.
beginning of the season. I wasn't really big on him, and I'm still not like super high on him. But I think he has a future in the NFL. I think he has
Yes.
a future in the NFL. Last week, he threw 3 TDs. I mean, wasn't big numbers, but he threw 3 TDs, right? And
Yep.
those are points. Those are
Yep.
points that you need. 3 TDs. He was 14 and 23 for 151 yards, didn't do much there in the air,
Yep.
but he threw 3 TDs, and you can't ask for more than that, man. You can't
Shout out
ask
to
for more
North
than that.
Carolina, baby. That's where he went to school. Shout out to North
So,
Carolina,
and he
man.
also has the Commanders at 3-3. So, I mean,
Yep.
you can't be mad at that when
Mm-hmm.
they're 3-3.
Yeah. You
So,
got anybody else?
um, as a steal, I don't have anyone else as a
I
steal.
got
I mean,
one.
Puka Nakua kind of you stole
Yeah,
him
as a
out the
free agents or the waiver
yeah
wire.
at
Yeah.
waivers, right? But
I got
as
I got a
far as
couple
drafting someone,
actually.
go ahead.
David Montgomery, despite being injured, holy cow! Like he was
Yes,
drafted in the
yes,
eighth
yes.
round. Oh my goodness, you are getting like second round value, if not better, out of him for like
So,
what? Oh my goodness, man.
so if you talk about David Montgomery, you also got to talk about DeAndre Swift, right?
Yeah, yep. DeAndre Swift too. I think he was drafted late, and he's provided great value back, staying healthy so far. Knock on wood that he does continue to stay healthy. I mean, there's a lot of people. There's also Gabe Davis, who's been more consistent this year than normal. So
I wouldn't necessarily call him a steal though. He's putting up about where you picked him up at. I
in the
picked
tenth
him up.
round, he's definitely putting up better than 10th round numbers.
He's putting up like seventh. eighth
Yep,
round numbers.
I will
I
take
mean,
that.
but I mean, some people might have stretched and got him in the eighth round. I think I might have did that.
Well, he went in the 10th round in our league, in the MSP league. That's why I'm saying that. And he's giving you like
Okay.
6th, 7th round numbers. So if
Seventh, eighth, if anything. Did I draft him?
mm, no, my fiance drafted him. Yadi
Yachty,
did.
shout out to Yachty.
Yeah, she always drafts to Gabe Davis. She always goes back to Gabe Davis. It's like one of her default players.
Shout out to Yachty, man.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, who's been kind of some of the people that you think are kind of letting people down right now in this year's fantasy so far through 6 weeks?
Derrick Henry. He's only had the last couple of weeks, but for the most part, for where you draft him, end of the first, early the second round, no, no, I don't want that sorry workload and Tajay Spears getting too much work in there now, taking away from some of his opportunity. They're just they're forcing ways to get him the ball because they have to because they paid him. But other than that, like he does not look like Derrick Henry, for the most part. And
That's fair.
also,
I
I'm
mean,
going back. I'm going back to Gabe Davis real quick. 21, 10, 15, 22. So, just keep that in mind. That's pretty
keep that
good
in
for your
mind.
10th round.
Keep the point system in mind too. That's
It's
like
PPR. It's
six,
just
7 points
PPR.
in
In
some other
standard
leagues.
leagues, but you can't
Standards.
equate that. Yeah, we can't equate that though. Because
Yeah, I mean, but
that goes down for a lot of players though too. So even Travis Kelsey's points get cut down in that. Like it goes from a 9 catch, 112-yard game, which is 21 points in PPR, which is only 12 though in standard. So you can't equate those things.
well, there's one that I would say is for kind of a letdown is Travis Kelsey, man. I don't think that Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes has been doing what they need to be doing as what we thought they were going to be doing this year. Um, Patrick Mahomes isn't lighting the league on fire like he once was. I don't know if it's the receivers. I don't know I mean, Patrick Mahomes just not looking like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
Neither
that's
is
true.
Travis Kelsey.
Kelsey does not look like Kelsey, but if you're looking at his last performances, he's actually performed pretty well. But I don't know if he's performed classic Kelsey well. To your point,
That
so
that that's where I am. Right? He's the tight end room amongst the fantasy guys. The tight ends are like man, they are at a premium, dude. Like there is only a select few, right? But although he is one of those select few, he's just not giving you what you're used to getting from him. He's just not giving you what you're used to getting from him. So, but with that being said, I also got another guy, man, who's just, oh my God, he is just killing me. And it's not him, it's his quarterback, it's the system, it's everything there. And I believe that this guy still has so much left in the tank and so much to
just,
offer.
just
And
one quick second. Travis Kelsey is still the number one tight end in our PPR league by points. So continue on.
okay. And it's not a status. It's just what we're used to seeing from him.
Yeah,
Right? It's not what he's doing, it's just what we're used to seeing him do. But
gotcha.
Devontae Adams, man, Devontae Adams is just not being the Devontae Adams that we. I mean, he scored 2 points for me last week, 2.9 points for me, um, and
Yeah,
that's in
less
the Big
consistent.
Ten. That's in the Big Ten league. So that is what's that the standard scoring,
Yep.
and then I mean, and then the week before that he's 4.5. You know, then the week before that is 7.5. And the week before that, he goes off for 29. 29. But he's just been very, very, very under what we're used to seeing Devontae Adams, what we're used to seeing Devontae Adams numbers look like.
Mm-hmm.
6 points in week one, 14 in week two. And 14 isn't bad, right? But I mean, out of the 6 games he's played, he scored under 7 points 4 times. And that's just not good enough for him.
Fair. Some people who have struggled to me, people who there's a few that I've expected, but they're even worse than I expected. And I know Aaron Jones is hurt, but I didn't trust him with the Packers even healthy, and I didn't think he's going to be of much value this year. And I think even when he comes back, I don't think he will be much value. I don't think he'll be somebody that's more than like a 10th round value that you drafted in the fourth. And that's kind of sad to say because he used to be a very talented running back, but I just don't see that in him right now. Another one is Jalen Waddle. Um, I mean, people were
Ugh.
drafting Jalen Waddle in the second round. Oh my goodness, you are not getting that at all out of Jalen Waddle. It's like fifth, sixth round value that you have right now. Of a player that is an incredible talent, but right now it has been a lot of Tyreek Hill just kind of stealing the shine, and I don't. I feel bad for Wads because he is a talented player, but when you got somebody that good, what else are you gonna do? So,
Yeah.
um, Garrett
I
Wilson,
mean,
another one. So,
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, to be expected with Garrett Wilson, though, I don't think anything is his fault other than the quarterback play. But
Yeah,
if you want to talk about quarterback play, Lamar
Mhm.
Jackson has just been
Yeah,
relatively in the middle of the road. He got paid that big deal to go out and do big things, and a lot of guys are picking Lamar Jackson in the fourth and fifth round, trying to secure a stud quarterback, and he's just not that. And I mean, he's 13 in QBR, right? He has only 5 passing TDs to 3 interceptions. He threw 7 all of last year, and the season isn't even halfway
Mhm.
over, and he's already halfway there. And it's just not looking good. He's been
for sure.
sacked 16 times.
Yeah,
He's only sacked 26 times last year, and we're not even halfway through the season, and he's been sacked more than half the time that he's been there.
yeah,
He's not getting his guys involved. He's off target. He's not, throwing the ball in even well. Even when they beat the Texans in week one,
yeah,
17 for 22 at 100 and, 160,
yeah. I
60
mean, it
something
feels like
yards.
there's a
I
lot
mean,
of bust right now because, like, I could name like two or three more, like Devontae Smith, who people drafted in the third round. I don't think Tony Pollard's been what you expected him to be. Jahmyr Gibbs, a lot of people drafted Jahmyr Gibbs in the third, fourth round. He got
hey man, let me
supplanted
tell
by
you something about Jahmyr Gibbs. Let me tell you something about Jahmyr Gibbs. You look at me, you look into
Najee
this camera,
Harris,
you look at me.
by the way.
You like, oh man, throw him in the trash. We don't want to talk about him. But hey, listen. Look at me in the eyes. Look at me in the eyes. You were so sold on Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs, and you sold me out of David Montgomery. You sold me out of David Montgomery.
No, well,
Man,
I wasn't.
David.
I was no. Get it right. I wasn't sold on Jahmyr Gibbs because I told you I don't do split backfield, so I wasn't sold on either of them. So I sold you on both
But
of them.
you sold me. But you sold me. You said they don't draft running backs this high to let them just sit back there and not do anything.
Yeah, and I agree. I did say
And,
that.
and you said
Yeah,
and you said that, and I'm just like, God, dog. Me not knowing anything about Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan Robinson, I'm just like, man, these guys is high on these draft boards. He's
I
absolutely
like
right.
Bijan
Don't just.
Robinson. I don't know why you're giving me. I'm all about Bijan Robinson.
He's doing the same thing Jahmyr Gibbs is doing.
Bijan, he's nowhere.
Yeah,
He's actually playing and getting started, and they don't use it Algier nearly as much as um, uh, what's his face David
David
Montgomery took
Montgomery.
over. Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
That's
because well, here's the thing: Jahmyr Gibbs has been hurt for about the last 3 weeks.
well, yeah, that's unfortunate for that piece. But even before that, Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't getting any love. It was all Montgomery.
Yeah, you sold me though. I would have picked David Montgomery, and
I
I
still
got
don't.
up off.
I don't trust they split backfields, and that's. I still stand by that philosophy.
Hey, you know what? I tell you one thing: there's no split backfield in Pittsburgh, and there's no split backfield in Houston. And
And
I
I told you
drafted
about
both.
Najee, and you ignored me about Najee. So I don't want to hear you giving me criticisms. I told you straight up about Najee, and you just like, oh no, he's gonna be awesome, man. He owns that
Hey,
backfield.
listen. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let
I
me tell you
told
this.
you.
Let me tell you. Wait. Let me tell you. I tried to stick it to you on that one. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to stick it to you. I drafted Najee just to stick it to you. And he had a relatively decent season last year. And I don't know if that's just because
Yeah, 3.6 yards
he
per
was.
carry. You had a great season, bro.
And you know what? I don't know if I just kind of swept it under the rug because the teams that I had last year with him on it did so well, and I was just like, well, he's the least of my worries, whatever. But good night, he killed me this year. Him and
Yeah,
Damian Pierce. I've
yeah.
drafted both these guys with the likes of Swift still being on the board, David Montgomery still being on the board, Joe
Mm,
Mixon still being on the board. And although be it Joe Mixon isn't out here lighting up the league, at least
yeah.
he's getting his, at least he's doing something.
Yeah, I get that. I wasted my pick. So you had not in this league, but you had somebody that was close to me that was like that. But anyways, I picked Miles Sanders in the 5th round in our MSP league, and that was a waste of a pick. Absolute waste of a pick. I could have picked DJ Moore. I could have picked even Drake London. I could have picked Michael Pittman. I could have picked so many other people. I would have picked Jordan Addison, Evans. Mike Evans was there. Ayuk was there, and I wasted it. Absolutely squandered it. So,
Yeah.
so
And
I
that's
get
the
it.
one you 1-5 in?
No, that's what I'm 3-3 in though. I'm going. I base a lot of our stuff off the PPR league because that's the more common league format. So more usually when I'm talking my players, I usually talk PPR because that's what most people play.
Fair, fair.
Yeah. So standard leagues, like almost nobody does standard. That one I keep because it's old school. So that's why.
Yeah, I was gonna say no one does pretty much standard anymore
Nope.
these days.
Nope. I do it because
But
it's old school and it's low scoring, and you better hope to goodness your team figures out a way to get points because it's
yeah,
hard to get points in that league, and that's why
yeah,
I like
yeah, definitely,
it. No,
definitely,
but you're right.
definitely
All,
hard to
all
get
these
points.
all the people that we've talked about have been a relative disappointment. And you talked about the Mahomes and Kelsey combo, and they've both been relative to especially Mahomes to me, who was drafted in the 2nd round in a lot of leagues. Like this is why you don't need to draft a quarterback this early. Just understand that.
This is true. This is true.
But yeah, so good luck this week, guys. Please replace your injured players. You know, you guys got to get on the waiver wire this week. Find people for McCaffrey, and the different running backs. Have a lot of the running backs that got hurt aren't really like the big name running backs other than Montgomery, but you should be able to find pretty good replacements there. Kyrie Williams, yeah, he's been good, but I don't really care about Kyrie. I guess that's still me. I guess I'm just never sold on the running backs for LA. I never
Hater,
have been.
hater,
I know,
hater.
and he's been good. I know that's on me. He's been good. I
Better
just
than
never get
Josh
sold on
Jacobs.
him.
Better than Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, he's been a bust for the most part too. So I mean, he's just he's a bust too. That's just
The
you
whole
can't go.
Raiders team, blow it up.
Oh yeah, it's not good. Should have stayed in Oakland. At least they would have appreciated you still. So,
Yeah.
but man, now thank you. This is a quick one for y'all, man. But I mean, it's good to be back at it. There's a lot going on this week. So good luck on this upcoming week with buys and injuries. So let us know how you guys did. We'll see you guys next time.
Until next time, folks.
Yeah.
I'm
Anything else you want
Antoine
to say?
B.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you the floor if you want to say more. I don't know if you want to
I
say any
no,
more
I
else.
didn't have nothing else to say. Good luck, guys. Hey, I'm kicking butt. That's all I know.
Yeah, your
Kicking butt
teams
and
are
taking
doing
names
well.
later.
Listen to Antoine, ignore me. We appreciate y'all guys. Love y'all. We out.
Love you. Peace.